Sorry for this video being up a day late. I haven't felt very well. I'm hoping I don't look too ill though, because I put a lot of makeup on. So I wasn't really sure what to film today, if I'm honest. I have a list of video ideas. I'm starting to think that maybe I need to do like a bullet journal thing, or start to like plan out videos a bit more, because when I don't feel well, I then struggle to come up with a video idea like today. And I hate constantly asking you guys, because this is my job, this is my thing, and I feel bad asking you what I should do. But today, I asked you on Instagram, and I still don't know what the video idea is yet, because I did a poll, and you guys, 65% said you want me to do a video on why I didn't get bullied, which is a weird one. So originally I thought I'd do a video on like my favourite purchases, my favourite items basically in my wardrobe there. But then someone DM'd me being like, I get bullied loads for being different, I just wondered how you handled it. And I thought it was a really weird one to assume that I got bullied. I think it's because I have one hand, so people assume that I'd get bullied if I was a bit different, but I thought it was weird. It made me want to talk about it more, so I thought that was a good video idea, and apparently you guys did too. So that's what today's video is about, why I didn't get bullied. So I assume you've all been here for a few years, but if you haven't, I'll do the usual introduction about me having one hand. I was born like it, there's no real reason, I was just born like it. Yeah, this thing, it's just here, attached to me. Or there's a hand that's not attached to me, which is why I've got this elbow. And so a lot of people kind of assume that I was bullied because I suppose I'm different. And we always assume if you're different, you're going to get picked on. If you're different, it's going to be hard to fit in. If you're different, your life's going to be harder. And that is because of what we see in the media. You know, if someone's just slightly curvy or someone has a stretch mark, the media has taught us that you should pick it out, you should prod at it, you should create a huge headline about it, you should make fun of it, or you should criticise it. And so us as a world have either become embarrassed about our differences, or have decided to pick on people's differences, or not want to be their friends because they're different. So this didn't happen to me, but actually the opposite happened to me. I didn't really feel that different. Obviously I can't remember when I was younger. I don't have the best memory, so I'm not telling you that when I was like 4 years old that I've never felt, you know, weird about having one hand. But as far as I can remember, I haven't. I think there's a few reasons why I never felt weird and I never got bullied. One of them I think is because my parents never made me feel different. And I really feel like if someone constantly picks out that you're different, or makes you feel like you're different and makes you feel like you can't do things that other people with two hands can do, then you start to feel like you're different and start to feel like you need someone in your life to help you do things. So if my mum was always being like, don't cut some fruit, I'll do that for you, or oh no, you can't tie your shoelaces because you've got one hand, I'll do that for you. Obviously when I was younger, she would have helped me like you'd help anyone. But if she kept treating me differently like this and assuming that I couldn't do things, then when I got older, I reckon that I would be dependent upon her. And I wasn't. And because of this, I feel that I just felt normal. I just didn't, honestly, I just kind of forgot that I had one hand. And so the same attitude continued. So then when I went to school, I just had one hand. Why did it matter? And so I feel like everyone else just kind of had the same attitude. Like, yeah, you have one hand. Doesn't matter. Like, I think if I went into my first primary school, let's say, and made a big deal about it and was weird and being like, oh, don't look at it, and hiding my arm and things, then kids probably would have picked up on it more and started to question it and started to think, oh, she's weird, she hides her arm, and things like that, I think. But because I didn't, and I didn't hide it, I didn't even wear a prosthetic, and I was quite confident because there was no reason not to be confident about it, I think the kids just kind of like, I think it was a contagious attitude. And so children just treated me the same, and then it just continued that way. Another reason why I thought this would be an interesting like discussion topic to discuss is because I did a tweet ages ago about how my sister is the person you would assume wouldn't get bullied, and I'm the person you would assume would get bullied. You know, my sister's like, she's white, she's skinny, she's a brunette girl, she's very pretty, she's funny, she's ditzy a little bit, but also like intelligent. You wouldn't assume because of the person she is that she would have many boundaries to break through in society, you know? There's no one discriminating against her, there's no one stopping her from doing things because of their attitudes towards her that people would assume that I might have because I'm disabled. However, she was the one that had trouble at school. She was the one that felt insecure. She was the one that didn't have confidence. She was the one that had like issues with her body. She was the person that had mental health issues or does have mental health issues. She's the person that has anxiety. And I think it's important to point out that just because someone seems like they're going to have no problems in their life doesn't mean you should assume that. And also you shouldn't assume because someone has problems in their life that they are going to have a hard time. I mean, I really don't have a hard life. I have people that pick at me, I have people that stop me from doing things occasionally, but all in all I have a really great life. However, there are also people that don't have a great life and that are disabled, and that is why I always want to use the position I'm in right now to make sure that disabled people are represented in like media and in fashion and on TV, obviously in media, TV, film, everywhere that you wish you would see yourself. One of the things that I don't talk about too much online and on YouTube, on social media and stuff, is how many messages I get from parents who are expecting to have children who are going to have like one hand like me, or have some form of a limb difference, or just have a disability. And they always ask me how I am the way I am, which is the weirdest thing to answer. But it's a really hard question to answer because I don't think it's down to me as a person. I think it's down to my parents, which, as I've already said, and my family and things. No one's ever like, it's weird, no one's ever made me feel different. And they've kind of had the same attitude that I have about disability and about me having one hand and things. Like, I could make a joke at Christmas, right? Or in fact, I always do, about like having one hand or something, or like, well, yeah, but that's because I only have one hand. It's like a joke. So if someone goes, oh, can you pass me the food, and I'm feeling lazy, I'll be like, nah, I only got one hand, guys. And my family would be like, oh, shut up, just go get the food. Whereas if you made a joke like that with people that felt a bit like insecure about me as with a difference, or a family that maybe weren't proud of me having a difference, and I was brought up in a family that wanted me to hide my arm or didn't want me to be different and wanted me to be like perfect, then they probably wouldn't joke about it, and they'd be like, oh gosh, oh, what do we say, like, don't talk like that, Grace, don't talk like that. And then I probably would have been brought up to be a completely different person that wanted to hide my difference and wasn't proud of myself. I think this is why, I know a lot of people might disagree with me, but I always feel like this is why being a parent can be so important, and how you can affect your children. It's quite a scary role, really, or at least how the people that you're around you can affect you quite majorly. And I'm very, very lucky to have the parents that I do and the family that I do. My mum once said that when I used to go to Roehampton Hospital, which is that hospital where you get like prosthetics and stuff. And also, let me tell you, don't get me wrong, my mum did, experiment with prosthetics when I was younger. The hospital told her that I should be wearing one, but I used to always take it off when I was a baby and like throw it around in supermarkets, and it became too embarrassing. So she did also like listen to what the doctor said and stuff, but also let me explore my own route of what I wanted to do. And obviously I did not want to hide my arm, which I don't blame my younger self. It's a bit of plastic that's uncomfortable. But yes, so at Roehampton Hospital, which is where you like get your limbs checked out, or my arm checked out, and you get your prosthetic fitted and things like that. She said that she saw someone, I think it was there, she saw someone who made their child like strap their, like this arm behind their back to hide it, like within their top and stuff. I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if that child has grown up now to feel insecure about their disability and hide it from people, and like feel like you can't be yourself. And I feel like if you go to school and you're hiding your difference, then I feel like all those people feel like any differences they have, they should be hiding, and you shouldn't be different, and you don't want to be different. It's like a contagious attitude. Okay, so I'm going to stop the rambling now. I could talk about this subject all day, and I kind of think maybe I should have asked you guys to ask me questions to this kind of topic, but I will actually have a discussion down below if you've got any questions. Remember, be confident with who you are, be confident about your differences, allow other people to feel confident about their differences, or at least if they're not, you make them. You make them feel good, and we'll see you on Monday with another Man Dev Weekly. Oh, also, alert, There is a new episode of mine and Ryan's podcast that is out today, Growing Old Together, episode 2. Please go and check it out. If you could rate it on iTunes, if you use iTunes, that would be amazing. And if you could actually comment like something, that would be good. Hopefully it'll be a good rating and review. And let me know what you think. There's 2 links down below. There's one for Android users and there's one for iTunes. So yeah, thank you very much, guys. And thank you for listening to me ramble. Bye-bye.